what's going on, Guitar Grappler here. As you can see, Jackson Guitars now has an American Series soloist. So this is pretty cool. I seen the trailer for it last night that they posted, and then this morning I watched the video. So I instantly put my camera on and said, let's check it out. So I have yet to actually look at the guitars, but it's pretty exciting that they're making an American Series guitar, because they just reintroduced their Japanese models about, I don't know, maybe it was like a year ago or so, if that. And, because Japanese Jacksons were like a big part of the history. That's some of their most notable and well-made guitars. They actually gave the American guitars a run for their money back in the day, like this, like in the 80s sometime. And probably up until the 90s, because I think I had a Jackson DK-MG that was made in Japan, but it was the early 90s. So anyways, now they're doing a production model American Series, because you can get made in USA Jackson custom shop, or but man, they're just so expensive, and these aren't too cheap neither. But $2,600 for a USA made Jackson is actually a pretty good price, all things considered. So let's take a look at some of these. We have this Riviera Blue, which is beautiful. I really like this color. Let's see. And this is a SL3. Very nice. And so that configuration, the 3 pickups for me isn't ideal. I much prefer just 2 pickups, or even 1, just a bridge pickup. But some people like having those different tone options. That's pretty cool. They have the stainless steel. See how they have the stainless steel hardware. That way, when you use your Allen wrench on that over and over again, it's not going to wear down the same thing as like the standard ones that you typically get on your like Floyd Rose. I'm sure it's a Floyd Rose original. So you have some nice Goto locking tuners. Corona, California. Corona, huh? So, man, look at this thing. It really is nice. And look, you can see it has the stainless steel there for whenever you're using your Allen wrenches as well. That's a cool feature. One of my ESP LTD is my M1000 actually had that, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So let's check out all the colors. So we have the black. We have a pearl. So pearl, I wonder if it's hard to tell, but I wonder if the pearl has like a metallic look to it. A lot of times pearl does have, it's not just like a plain white. There's a little sparkle to it. And then my favorite, this is actually one of my favorite colors of all, is slime green. So the fact that they put this in a slime green is freaking awesome. Got your shark fin inlays. I think this is actually reverse shark fin inlays, as a matter of fact. Neck through, super clean. Yep, so it is a Floyd Rose. Beautiful. I wonder if this is like I think they call it a massacre, I don't know, ebony board, to where it's like, it's ebony, but it's not totally like 100% black. There's like some wood grain that you can see in it. We'll see. So born in Southern California in 1980, Jackson was the first brand to embrace the needs of hard rock and metal virtuosos. Let's see. Okay, so it's an alder body, 3-piece, maple neck, truss rod, 24 frets, 12 to 16 compound radius, which is just very common. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it has Luminlay side dots, which a lot of companies are providing. I mean, like Charvel, even on their $1,000 guitars, they're putting those on there. So you're kind of messing up if you're not adding that to the specs of your guitar. Because that's a very cool feature when you're playing live. The Luminlay side dots will glow in the dark. So whenever it's dark in there, you're playing in a dark venue, you'll still be able to see what you're playing or have some type of idea. So it's a Floyd Rose 1500 series. Not sure. I need to look into what that is actually. Duncan JB, Seymour Duncan custom flat Strat, and then a single coil, and then okay, so 2 flat Strats. Pickups. Let's see. Goto locking tuners, those are great tuners on the guitar, and Dunlop strap blocks. So let's see. Heel mount, truss rod, adjustment wheel. Man, I'm like so curious. I would love to be able to play one and see, just see how they hold up. Cause the specs, truthfully, these specs are like not too far off from my ESP LTD, which is made in Korea. The 1000 series, the difference are the tuners. These are better tuners, but you could find that kind of like on the Japanese E2s for ESP. But I would just love to play one. It's hard. It's very hard to get an idea because you can look at it from the outside. Oh yeah, fingerboard is ebony, so you can look at it from the outside and make speculations about it. But until you actually play one and have one in your hands, you truly don't know. And unfortunately for my channel, the 2500 just ain't gonna happen. So. But it's cool that these are going to be production models. So there's going to be more out there. People are going to get them. People are going to resell them. So maybe I'll find one used on the market down the line for a more affordable price. But once again, all things considered, for a USA Jackson, 2500 is it's not too bad. I think I want to say the Jackson. Well, we could probably find out. The Japanese ones are MJ. Yeah, they're right in the same ballpark price as that. A little bit more expensive depending on which one you go with. But, So I wonder if these have the locking tuners as well. Nope, so wow, that's crazy. These just have plain Jackson tuners. Unless they're just logoed with the Jackson logo. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, they're Goto sealed tuners, but they're just logoed with Jackson on them. But they're not locking. However, when you have a locking system, like, you have a Floyd Rose, it's not completely necessary. For me, I like the indulgence of it. Just give me as much as you can, as many specs and features as you can. But, it's not really necessary. Your strings are pretty much locked in there already. So, very interesting. I'm curious. I'm just so curious to be able to play one. Maybe local guitar stores will get some, at least one. And if they do, I'll probably pick one up, or at least do a video at the store. I don't care. I just want to do a video on it and test it out. So anyways, pretty exciting news from Jackson. They seem to be doing different things and expanding. So I'm excited for the future because as you see my last video, Mark Morton switched over from Jackson to Gibson. So, I'm just curious to see the future of metal guitar and where that's going. So I appreciate you watching. Keep on shredding.